All right, so welcome today. We are now, I am now sitting with the lovely Jessica Louise,
Yeah.
who has just come off. You're not coming off from a tour. You're just coming down here for a trip. You're originally from California.
Yeah.
Whereabouts in California?
Actually, I'm from LA.
Oh, sweet.
One of the rare breeds from.
I didn't realize that's a rare breed.
Yeah.
Why is that a rare
no
breed?
one's ever from LA.
Oh,
You're
okay.
from a different place.
Oh,
That's
you're like from San Francisco,
Yeah,
trying to
like-
make it in LA.
Yeah, like Michigan. Or
Oh,
like
okay.
Ohio.
My geography is bad, so I don't know Michigan.
It's okay. So is mine.
All right. So, for those of you who don't know who I'm sitting next to, you are Jessica Louise, and on your Twitter you say you are a singer, songwriter, and I didn't know this, an actress.
Yeah.
How's the actress career
It's
going?
okay. I actually studied acting in college. That's what I really wanted to do. I did a lot of musical theater. And then coming out of college, my last year, I kind of realized like, oh my God, there's not really any money kind of up front. And I made the switch to be a singer because I felt like it was more entrepreneurial.
Okay.
And then I could make money, like busking or singing at a wedding or, like doing small things that could funnel funds into what I really wanted to do. But I couldn't find a way to do that exactly with acting. Yeah, so.
That's interesting because I thought they were both on the same plane in terms of when you're starting out, you're not really making a lot of money, but then the more successful you get,
Yeah.
But-
I mean, definitely, they're both in the same, but I feel like I could go take my guitar and play for people, but I couldn't just go on the streets and act for people.
Oh no, true. So why is that still on your bio? Is it something that you still want to pursue, or okay? So
Yeah,
you still
it
want to be
is.
a singer, songwriter, actress.
Yes.
Okay.
It's just not something, it's the least of the three.
Sure. Okay. Cool. So before we start, I just want to
we haven't
reminisce a bit.
started?
No, I want. I mean, before we start with the questions,
Okay.
I want to reminisce a bit and explain to the 100 viewers who are listening where we met. So,
Yeah.
Reload Sessions comprises of Pepe and I and Chris, and we had a project in mind to come over because we're based in London, and we wanted to bring Reload Sessions to America,
Yeah.
to LA more specifically, well, to California because we went all around, and we randomly met you during an LA collective or LA songwriters collective that a friend of ours, JCV, a fan, invited us,
Yeah.
and then we were talking with Kevin.
I don't even know.
You don't know who Kevin is?
No, I know Kevin is. I just don't
okay.
know who we were talking to.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't even know JC at the time.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, now you're good friends.
Yeah.
So we randomly met. It was a case that we were just in a circle. I think I remember. It was just a point where the event had finished and we were just talking to everyone else, and then we just said, "Oh, hello, blah 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 blah."
Yeah, I think you were saying goodbye, actually.
Yes, we actually did leave straight after, and then you said that you came across our work.
Yes.
Because we introduced ourselves to Reload Session, and I was like, "Nah, you've never
Yeah.
heard of us. We're from London. Why do you know our work?"
You're so... yeah. I was like, look, I subscribe to you.
Yeah, and for that reason, we checked your work out.
Oh, awesome.
Because a friend of ours, a subscriber of ours is a friend.
Yes.
And then
So everybody subscribes.
yeah, exactly. Thank you. 10 more subscribers. And then we checked out your work, and we really wanted to have you on
my
our session.
gosh.
And then you came down. It was very
Yeah.
short notice, and I thank you for coming down.
Oh my gosh.
Of
course.
So you did a session with us, and now it's part of the California playlist. And now you're here,
Yeah.
and we're doing this.
I know.
So it's very crazy,
Crazy.
very, very strange, very fortunate for both
Yeah.
of us to meet each other. But I wanted to go in about you as an artist, because I know from what I've heard that you came here off the back of your crowdfunding scheme. And so you're not actually here on tour.
No.
What are you doing here right now?
It's kind of crazy. And even before I started the GoFundMe, I was talking and I was like, hey, is this crazy? Like, I don't know, something in my gut is telling me to go to London. All the music that I listen to is just coincidentally, all the artists are coming from London. I constantly am in LA, like networking and listening and going out and trying to find these new producers to work with, because what I really want to do is take a next step with my music and make a new sound. And I just wasn't finding that. I felt like I was stuck in LA.
Why did you feel that you couldn't find it in LA?
I don't know. I mean, it might be there, but I mean, I just felt like a pull to come to Europe, London specifically.
And you said that you heard a lot of musicians from London. Can you
Name a bunch?
Yeah, name a
oh
few.
my God, there's so many.
Like?
So Tom Misch is a producer that I love. Oh,
He's
you know
cool.
he is? Yeah.
He's
amazing.
young. Very young.
Super
Very
young.
talented.
He's actually coming to LA in November,
okay.
so I'm really excited about that.
What about him that you what is it about him that you admire?
I love the production overall. Electric guitar and then what he does with his drums, I think is really cool, and I actually hear it a lot in the music that's coming out of here. I love Leanne LaHava's.
Oh, she's great.
Gosh, I'm like totally blanking. Oh, Sinead Harnett.
Oh,
No,
okay.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she's always on my Instagram.
I actually don't
posts.
know what she's doing now in terms of music.
I don't know. She's not performing. I was hoping to see her, but
I remember I met her once in like an event. I introduced
Oh.
myself. I was like, "Hey, I'm Josh." I was like, "You'll never remember me." She's like, "No, I will." I was like, "No, you wouldn't."
she might. You
No,
never
she
know.
wouldn't. She wouldn't. And so you're coming down here for like an inspirational,
Yes.
creative retreat in some
Yes.
sense.
Oh, I guess you could say that. Yeah, and then also, I wanted to move here. Like something was telling me, like, yeah, move to London. And then JC actually advised me, like, hey, maybe you should take a trip there to see if this is a good fit for you.
And
so,
JC being a mutual friend of ours
Yes.
who has also featured on our channel.
yeah,
Actually, the great thing about Reload Sessions is that we create relationships with the artists that we work with, and JC was one of them.
so awesome.
So it's a shame you can't do a European tour because you have the
was
baby.
he supposed to?
Well, I'm not sure if I'm
He
supposed
just
to
did
say
it.
if he's having a
Oh.
baby. I might cut that out.
No, he put it on Instagram. It's
then.
official.
All right. But so you talked to him and you got some information from
Yeah.
him, advice saying,
That I should maybe visit.
okay,
First.
visit before you actually move.
Yes.
Sure.
'Cause part
What-
of me literally just wanted to, like, one-way ticket.
Sure. Why didn't you just do that?
Because he did have some valid points.
And those points were?
This it sounds so silly.
Sure.
But being from California, there's always sun, always sunlight.
No, it's very true.
And whenever it's like gloomy, I just get like super sad. So he actually brought that up, and I was like, oh man, it's always gloomy and rainy over there.
Yeah.
I don't know that I would thrive in that environment. It's funny because I feel like I brought the California weather
Yes,
with me.
because it's like one of the
very
hottest
hot.
days in London,
Yes.
so thank you.
You're welcome. I was like, I should have worn shorts. And then also, I'm so close to my family. I have a huge, huge family, a lot of which are very musical, and I feel like they attributed to some of my musical skills. So leaving that and coming here with not knowing anybody really, he's like, maybe you should go check it out first.
Yeah, so it's good advice. And so I heard through the grapevine that you didn't come here with your own money.
No.
It was a case that you did a campaign, and it was on GoFundMe.
Yes.
And I've never heard of GoFundMe
Really?
until I saw your campaign.
No way.
I'm always used to like Kickstarter and all of those other ones. How come you didn't stick with Kickstarter?
You know what? That's a really good question. I feel like Indiegogo, Kickstarter, Pledge are very much like to create something. Like, and then you have to give. I mean, you don't have to, but like there are definitely rewards attached. Like, oh, contribute this to make my album.
Sure.
But coming to London, there was no specific reward.
Yeah, because it
really-
was just
Yeah.
like just you seeing if it's right for you, right? So is that what GoFundMe is about?
Kind of. It's a lot of people do GoFundMe's for, like, oh, my dog died, help me pay for my medical bills,
Sure.
or like, like help me go on this trip or anything like that, help me get to college. So I feel like GoFundMe is kind of more for that. Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't heard of it. It's
No,
pretty cool.
probably I'm just living under a rock or something.
Yeah.
So I was on your GoFundMe page.
Oh, gosh.
And it was actually quite interesting.
Okay.
It had a really nice paragraph about how your dream to do music in London and living in London was, it was
Yeah.
what you wanted to do. And that's really cool. I really admire that, someone who goes for their dreams. And I noticed that, you were just off your goal, right? Your goal was $2,100?
Yes.
And you made $1,800?
Yes.
Which is like 90%. My math is awful, so
I
don't
don't
quote
know
me on
math
that.
either.
And I noticed that you made $1,800 in just under a month from 22 donators. I want to know, how on earth did you manage to
I
persuade
don't know.
your fans to donate money for something that you're not creating.
Yeah.
You're not creating anything. All
Yeah.
you're doing is just coming here to check out London to see if it's right for you.
Yeah.
How did you create that?
I don't really know. I mean, I start the GoFundMe by saying, is this crazy? This is crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't think, I didn't even want to do the GoFundMe because I was like, oh my God, but I didn't know how else to get to London. I knew I needed to be here. And so I didn't think anyone was going to donate anything. I was like, maybe my mom, but I would feel bad if my mom donated. And so when I put it up and people actually started donating within the minute.
Wow.
It was-
yes, I saw that. It
yeah.
was trending at one point.
It was
which
trending
is
at several times. So once I released it, I can't remember I made the bulk of my money the second I started it.
Wow.
And I have the most amazing supporters, and I think they're like, honestly, they're like my best friends. Even we like Snapchat back and forth, and they're from all over the world. And so I think that relationship, like, and it's not just with, people who have found me on the internet. It's even with like people whose weddings I've done before or people I've just met. So I think the fact that they see this girl who has a dream, who's ambitious enough to ask for help and to go pursue it, and is, I guess, good at singing and writing songs. I think people want to be a part of something that they think is going to go somewhere.
Everyone wants to be part of someone's story. And I love the fact that you were saying that it's very personal and that you keep that relationship between all of your fans.
Oh, yeah.
They
call me sister. Like, I have like little sister, little brother. Like,
wow. But
and yeah.
When do you like? Where is the line between fan and a friend?
That's a really good question. And it's actually quite clear. I think, they're fans. Oh gosh, I don't know. I mean, I don't give them my like address or phone number. I think.
And yet you call them sisters and brothers.
We've never met them. Like, well, they call me. They're like, "Can I call you? Can I call you my big sister?" Like, of course. Like, come to me. The relationship between a fan and a friend, it's a little tricky to define, especially when they're calling me like big sister or whatever. But I think it is pretty, distinct. Like, there's no certain boundaries that are ever really crossed. Like, so.
And you were saying that you had a previous campaign for your your previous EP, Voices.
Yeah.
And that was funded by your fans again. And so was it titled Voices for that very reason?
It was actually titled Voices. It kind of pays tribute to the fact that I've lost my voice so many times.
Oh, okay.
I actually have had nodules, and I do have permanent scars. And, I thought it was like God's way of saying, like, do something else. But something kept pulling me back to music. And so I titled it Voices as this, like, symbol of, like, follow your dreams, do what your heart tells you, no matter what the obstacle. Because you're going to get knocked down in whatever way you are going to get knocked down. But it's important to continue to listen to that voice inside of you. So I think that, like, alone has opened the doors. People, after I released that, people were, like, messaging me, like, oh, man, like, I stopped playing music because, like, my parents wanted me to do this. And, like, after I read all this, like, I'm playing piano again, I'm taking lessons. Like, young girls were like, oh, like, would tell me about their boy problems even. And I almost became, like, this big sister. Like, I don't know, it's interesting, and I love it so much.
That's great. I mean, that's great that you have fans who can call on you and you can be kind of their role model in a sense.
Oh God,
a lot of pressure there.
Oh, it is. Sometimes it gets a little like, oh God, should I know about this? Like, do I have to call the police? I don't know. But I always like whenever I Periscope, or because Periscoping is a big thing for me, and it's.
And is that how you built your fan base?
Yes. Because before then, it was very, like, I mean, honestly, like, if I talk a little bit about my Indiegogo campaign, that was crazy. I literally, before I hit that button, felt like I was going to jump off of a cliff because I didn't have fans. I didn't really know that anyone, like, cared or, like, I thought maybe my old friends, family, like, for sure they would, but, so I released that. I started Periscoping, like, every day, twice a day. And that kind of just spiraled and, like, created this awesome momentum. And we hit over the goal. And, like, it was just amazing. So I think also Periscope is such a personal platform.
Yeah, definitely.
It's really me talking unfiltered, and that's kind of what I love about it. I forgot what the question was.
No worries, we'll move on. So, that's amazing. So, on seeing those 22 donations, it can
Oh, yes.
it can give you a detailed analysis of who donated and how much. Some of them are anonymous.
Yes.
Some of them are actually named people. I saw someone donate $300. One person donate $300. I just think that's amazing that someone will just give you money, that much money, for your dream.
Yes.
And so you must have like dedicated fans, and you built a fan base who are willing to, put some money into you for just traveling.
I know. Yeah.
So I wanted to ask, how do you create that fan base?
Oh, that's such a good question.
So for you said that your journey started through Periscope, and then how did you develop it to get to a point where you just say, "Hey, can you chip in and back me, back my project?"
I don't think I ever started with that in mind. I just wanted to be a genuine, authentic artist and person. And I think people resonated with that. So I call them super fans, or like people call them super fans. I call them like fan friends or like whatever. And that's something that I think, in terms of the quantity of fans, I don't have like a bazillion, like it is slowly growing, but it's definitely the quality that I wanted to focus on. So I think once they engage with you in any sort of way, like someone will tweet me, I'll tweet them back immediately saying, thank you so much. And then sometimes I'll even send them a message, be like, oh my God, like, thank you for listening to my CD. That totally just made my day. And it's not automated. It's definitely, and it takes a long time. It's like literally every snap that I get.
Every person tweeting, every person commenting on your YouTube
Yeah,
page
or Instagram.
Wow.
Instagram is a beast. Like that's kind of what I've been working on.
Yeah, I saw that you have like 10,000 followers.
Oh my God, yeah.
How do you manage that if you have all of those comments and
it's
stuff?
crazy. You'd really just take the time to do it, but if you take the time, they will come back.
So it's definitely authenticity.
Yes.
Is there any other piece of advice that you can give to like artists? Because if there's an upcoming artist who doesn't have the funding to have his own studio or get the right piece of equipment, and they look towards crowdfunding as a way of financing their projects, you said authenticity being one of them. What else could there be in terms of character or anything else they can do?
Oh, there's so much. First up, another one is transparency. So knowing exactly what you are going to get or crowdfund for, and then telling people exactly. So for this, I'll just talk about the London trip. It was like my travel expenses, $900. I found a cheaper flight, right, for something last minute. Actually went over that. The Airbnb, like food, whatever, and any other expenses, anything extra we make is going to go to the VH1 Save the Music Foundation.
I saw that. That was really nice. I wish that you actually went over just so you can go. Yeah,
that would have been so cool.
Did you do this for your other campaign as well?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I wish I did. But actually, with the other campaign, something to definitely note is that each platform takes a cut.
Oh, okay.
And you don't put that in your, so say you want to raise $5,000, like, and you actually raise $5,000, you're actually only going to get like, I don't know, $4,500 or something because they take a big cut. So it actually worked out. Yeah.
So this, like this donation thing that you were, so if you reached over your goal, everything after that would have gone to charity.
Yes.
Where did that come from?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I just,
That's
it was
nice.
an idea. I was like, I don't need all this. This is all that I need. And I think that's part of like people believe me, right? They need to believe that you are going to do something, that you're going to fulfill your word, and that they're part of something awesome, like part of something bigger. And so there was just an honest, like, I don't need all this money. If for some reason we get more, I'm giving it away.
That's amazing. So authenticity, transparency, belief.
Yeah.
Give me two more.
Oh man, I guess there is a lot. Like personality, right? So as much as artists hate to think about this, I am constantly thinking about my brand and who I am, what I symbolize, and what I stand for. And so I think I think it's gotten very clear when people see me, when they go on my Instagram, when they go on any social media, this girl is like an up and coming or like is a singer pursuing her dreams. And she's really fun, bubbly, and like dorky, not afraid to be silly. And certain people resonate with that. Maybe someone else's brand is, you know, like a, I don't know, like a super hipster, like bad, you know, like rebel. So whatever your brand is, be really specific. So like a specific branding.
Specific.
Specific.
That word with your brand. Okay, let's talk about another one. Last one.
Okay, the last one.
So we have
is
authenticity, transparency, belief, specific to your brand.
Yes.
And personality.
Yeah.
And what else?
And I guess, the last thing, I honestly probably could go on, but fulfillment and constantly like updating. So, right, you have to think of it, put yourself in their shoes. I actually contribute a lot to my friends' crowdfunding. When I contribute to them, I want to know what they're doing.
Sure.
Like, I want to know that my money, no matter how, even if it's $5, I want to know that $5 is going towards something. So updating and saying like, hey, you guys, like we did it, or like, oh, we're close to it. We haven't made it yet.
How often do you update?
I'm kind of bad at it.
Okay.
And so I update whenever something happens. And it would be great. Like someone is, I have contributed to someone's crowdfunding, and they update me like almost every other week. And there's someone else doing it for him. So they're just like, here's a video of us in the studio. That is so cool. Like,
yeah, of
people
course.
want to see that.
Yeah.
And so just fulfill on your word. Like actually do what you said you were going to do.
That's cool. That's some great advice. And I know for us at Reload Sessions, it was something that we had originally in the early days for financing. We were like, okay, how can we do this? Maybe crowdfunding. I think for me, though, I think pride set in. I was like, I don't know if I want to.
Yes.
I don't know if I want to ask, my fans or the lack of fans. I don't want to ask our fans for money because I don't know how much to ask from them. And then, I'm indebted to them for whatever the deal is I do. But then you just clearly showed me that a lot of these fans really care about your brand, about you and your dreams.
Yeah.
So it's really, it might be a case that we might do a crowdfunding.
I would totally pitch in.
What would we do it for?
I don't know. You guys do good work. Even if it was like a Patreon, like help us keep making these videos. I want
to go into about Patreon. So can you tell me more about Patreon, what it is?
So Patreon is a platform similar to it is crowdfunding, except instead of like for a specific project, it's like an ongoing monthly
like a subscription.
Donation. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is very much like a subscription, except with like you pay them a little bit, whatever you want. So when I say you, I mean like the fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you broke yours down. So every $1 you'll get this, every $2 you get that. So if a fan goes in and sees this and goes, okay, I want to do $1, is this $1 a month?
Yes.
Wow. So if people like buy into the $50, they're doing $50 a month.
Yeah.
Wow. Have you got that?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is your $50 thing?
I can't even remember. I think it's a Google Hangout or something.
That's cool.
So very personal. I'm getting to talk to like whatever the group. I always say I'm gonna bring pizza because I love pizza so much, but I never actually bring it because I feel bad if they don't have food. It's just not good manners. So that's. And there's a different reward for every tier, and everyone does it differently. I've seen a Patreon that was like, $1 you get all my behind the scenes, $5 you get all my, like literally the same thing. It's just if you wanted to donate more and you could, then like, but everyone gets the same reward.
See, my worry is, like I said, if I were to put myself out there, I just don't know if anyone would be willing.
That is the fear.
And at the same time, is it because the lack of personal relationships I have with the fans? And that's something that you just showed me that you really need to work on. Yeah.
Well, I guess for a channel like yours, I don't know. It's almost like...
Who knows?
It's almost like they watch it. I mean, you're the curators. I don't know how personal you can get.
Yeah.
Right?
So, but for what you're saying, for artists, personal, being
Yes.
very personal, being very transparent really
Yes.
does help.
Oh,
But what
totally.
happens if you get to a point where, like, okay, you got 10,000 followers on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
it goes up to 50. How are you going to manage that?
That's a good question.
Mm.
I don't know.
You'll ask that question when you get there.
Yeah, I'll let you know once we figure it out.
Now, I wanted to talk about this story you told us that one time when we were doing a session with you. And it
I
kind
told
of
you a story.
Yeah, you did. We actually remember. And it kind of highlights the generosity of fans because we saw your Yamaha guitar. And I was
Oh,
like,
it's a
man,
Taylor.
Taylor guitar. Sorry, I take that back.
Yes.
Taylor guitar. Clearly don't remember. Taylor guitar. And I know Taylors, they're expensive.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, that's a nice guitar.
Oh my god.
Apparently you told me someone bought that for you. So can you
Oh, that makes me emotional every time I think about it.
cry? Be good
'cause-
for the camera.
Oh my. Oh man, I may actually. That was the first. It wasn't the first gift, but that was like oh man, and it's on Periscope. I actually like it. I think it's still up on the internet. I broadcasted when I opened it because I was just like, "What is this?"
So a package came in.
Yes.
Okay.
A package. So I sent all my mail to the local UPS store by my house. Someone had emailed me. They saw me on Periscope and they were like, "Wow, you're really great. Like, is there any gear that you might need?" It was a long email, and that was at the end. I was like, "Oh, thank you." And I was like, I was looking into getting a new guitar and blah blah blah. I was like, "Do you know any deals? Like, do you work for a manufacturer?" Like, I figured that was what it was. He's like, "Oh, like, check out this guitar. Is this one good?" Like, I was like, "Yeah, that's."
This was just a random,
Oh yes.
random fan.
Random fan.
Okay.
And I was like, "Oh my god, that's the one that I wanted." And then I was like, "Can you let me know how much it is? Like, what's the discount?" Or like, I literally didn't know what was going on. And then I think he just didn't reply. And then a few weeks later, he's like, "Oh, like, so check the UPS store next to your place, like, whatever. Like, there might be a package there for you." I was like, "What?" I was like, I think I said, like, "What are you talking about?" Like, okay. And I go there the next day and there's a big box that says Taylor. Oh, I flipped. And then there was another big box next to it. And I just went, "What is happening? This is a joke." I was like, "Is there something bad in here?" What? And then, I opened it. I took it home and I opened it and it was a Taylor 416E, which is...
And this is all live on Periscope,
Yes.
so people can actually
Yes.
check this out. Your reactions.
Oh,
What
it's
was your
me
reaction?
in tears, completely like, I can't talk.
Now,
What?
have you met this fan?
No.
You still not?
No, but we are good friends now.
Okay.
And he actually is almost an advisor.
So you've not met the fan?
No.
But he's an advisor?
Yes.
So you just talk
Yes.
over the internet? Oh, okay, cool.
We even talk over the phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, it's very personal.
He's very personal, yes.
I'm starting to see how personal you get with your fans.
Yeah, there's a lot of work. And it's awesome because now they're literally a part of everything that I do. And, it gets a little, like, right, that question of fan, friend, like, right, it gets a little bit muddy sometimes, but they've always, I think, the kind of person I am, like, they've always respected me and my art, and it's never been like, oh gosh, like, what's happening here? So
That's cool. So, so you've, like, exploited different ways to finance your dreams, like,
Yes.
because you could have done the conventional way
Yes.
of be a waitress in LA.
Yes. I did do that,
grind.
actually.
Oh, so are you okay? Cool. No, I would
No,
just say
not anymore.
Okay,
But yeah,
so
so
you could have done that, and then as a side job, you could have done music as well, and then try and balance it. But then was that overwhelming when you did it?
yes, it was.
And so now you've exploited finding other ways.
Yeah.
So you have a Patreon, you do crowdfunding campaigns. Are there any other ways, like an artist who just doesn't have any money
Yes.
can accumulate some money to at least just get a microphone for themselves?
Yes, there's so many ways. So back to like when I decided to be a singer instead of an actress in college, you really have to look at it as like your business. So what I did early on, I wrote down the different streams of income that a singer, right, like not even a songwriter, because back then I didn't think I was a good songwriter. It was like, I know I'm a good singer for sure. And so I wrote down, like busking, playing on the streets, singing for weddings, special events, singing for features, like as a demo singer. Oh God, there's so many. There was a lot. There was like a list.
Yeah.
You know, selling music, licensing, and each one of those is his own business in itself, and it's daunting. But you know, if you put the building blocks in and the foundation, I no longer really have to advertise myself as a wedding singer. People are just
That's
like,
amazing.
oh my God, sing for my wedding.
Yeah.
And you know, those gigs, you can make $1,000, you know, in a day.
Wow.
That can fund whatever.
I need to change my career.
No, don't. We love what you do. We need you. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you.
Oh, well, so that was very enlightening, especially with the crowdfunding and like what you need to, what characteristics you need to have to get fans who are willing to put money in.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what works for me, right? Like different people have different, like one thing to do is really research like what's out there and what's working for people and what isn't.
Now, is it a case that you want to do crowdfunding forever? Because, you know, this could be a thing that, you know, you just have a small fan base, but who are dedicated and who are willing to buy into whatever you put out. Or would you rather do the conventional way of getting a label and doing all of that? Because you've been making, you're getting funding and you're getting money doing this route.
Yeah.
Why is there any point for you to go to this route than the other route? Have you thought about that?
Oh,
Is
yeah,
that...
a lot.
Oh, okay. What do you...
The idea of getting a label freaks me out.
Okay.
I think it also goes into like my overall goal with what I want to do. Like not even as an artist, just like as a person, I want to be an influencer, really. Like someone, when I say something, you know, people listen and they take it to heart. And I see myself as like a symbol of like love, joy. Like if I can make people feel that, then I win. And I don't know, like, you know, when you bring in a label, like sometimes they, you know, take over and they do things a different way. But what I love to do is listen to people and tell their stories and have that influence whatever is going on in my music. And so I think I love this. I love the personal connections, and I love...
Yeah, I think it's great.
And I mean, it's scary. There's no guarantees. It's,
of course.
Every time I put out a crowdfunding, I'm like, oh my God, this is a joke. No one's going to do this.
But you just said you saw success in your crowdfunding in the first few minutes, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So you hit like 90% of your goal in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Well, not 90. I think I hit like 50. I definitely hit half.
Okay.
In like the first like couple of hours.
And was there like a marketing strategy when you did it? Was there like, I'll send a tweet out here, I'll do a YouTube video to promote this? How did you promote it?
I just made it live.
Oh, wow. Didn't even put it on all your socials?
I put it on like Instagram, but I didn't make a nice video for it. I put it on Facebook, and then I put it on Twitter.
So it's really about the relationship you have with your fans. And that's what I'm learning.
Yeah.
That's amazing. It reminds me of an article I read. I forgot his name, something Kelly. And he said, if you have 1,000 dedicated true fans, super fans, or what
your first 1,000 fans.
friends, if you have them and they are the true fans, whatever you put out, they will buy. You're sorted for life.
Yeah.
And it seems like you're on your way.
Yeah, I read that.
Yeah. Like
maybe 2 years ago. Right? This thing, it takes a long time, and it's building blocks, and you have to figure out what works for you.
Yeah, but I mean, if you can build that 1,000 true followers, that's amazing.
You'll make what? Like, you'll make a ton of money if there's 1,000.
There was like a breakdown, right?
Yeah.
So with being personal, all right, I know that you dedicate all your time. And like, what happens if someone who just can't handle everything? What can we do?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. That is tough, because if you want to get personal with your fans, you have to do it. You can't really pass it on to another person.
Okay, but should I just dedicate it on Twitter? Should I open up a Periscope?
Okay.
Should I do it on YouTube? Should I do all of it at the same time?
Yeah, definitely not all of it at the same time.
Should I meet face to face?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I've only ever met like maybe like 2 or 3 fans, actual like super fans face to face. That would just be exhausting.
Sure.
You definitely won't have time for that, and they're all over the world. So I definitely pick 2 to 3 social media outlets.
And yours Periscope?
Mine was, Periscope has definitely changed.
Okay.
I still use it, yes. and it's not. But I used to broadcast every day, twice a day.
Yeah,
10
you did
p.m.
late
night serenades.
That's it. Okay.
Everyone tuned in, and we all had a party. It was all the same people. See, yeah, and it
Yeah.
was super personal because they could just ask me, and I'd be like, yeah, like this is what I think. Yeah, so Periscope, Instagram was something like that I really was focusing on, and the third one I don't even know. Maybe those were the top two, and the third one was kind of like Facebook, YouTube ish.
And you just
Snapchat
dedicated
is
all your
huge.
time. I don't understand Snapchat. Maybe
Oh,
I'm just getting
stop!
old.
It's so fun. It's so much
No,
fun.
I
We're gonna
just
snap
don't get
after
it.
this.
No, I
So
don't
like,
even have it. Actually, personally, I
You
don't
have, like,
have it.
nothing.
No,
I
I
know,
have
we're not
nothing.
friends on
Yeah,
Facebook.
I don't
Thanks.
have anything. So, yeah,
So,
okay.
yes,
Being
pick-
personal.
pick two. And then you get better at it, right? So now I'm on all of them. But I mean, I'll have 10,000 on Instagram, but I only have like 1,000 on Twitter.
Sure.
And also, don't get caught up in the numbers because
Yeah.
a lot of it is a numbers game, and it's important. But like I'm saying, I think we're learning it's all about the quality of the fans versus
Of
the
course.
quantity.
And that, to go full circle, talks about the 1,000
Yeah.
followers.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, is this something that you're doing full time now? So you don't need to do a job. You've just got your music and you've got your personality, and it's actually funding your lifestyle.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
It's crazy.
yeah,
I'm getting
I
the
think-
chills. I didn't think this was possible. I mean, I quit my job actually in January, so quite recently. And it wasn't until I felt like I said to myself, my fans will not let me starve.
Sure.
And that's when I quit.
Wow.
And that was scary.
That's very scary.
Yeah. And even it's still like day to day, like, oh my God, like how am I going to pay for this? Like, it is. But I think just I very much have a business mind. And if I could say one thing, music is the number one, right? I'm a singer and everything, but music is the soundtrack to my brand. So first and foremost, Jessica Louise, when you think of me, yes, you can think, oh, she's a singer. But what she stands for, what she does for me as a fan, is she inspires me to go out and live my dreams or like, be a good person. And I think that's what sticks with people. Crap, I went away from the question again.
No, it's cool. So when does it get to a point when you're just asking too much money from a fan?
I don't know.
You haven't come across that yet?
No, and a lot of times they just give. And accepting, receiving was very hard. Like we have pride or
Yeah, exactly.
or I felt like I was indebted. I was like, stop, like please. I wouldn't even ask for certain things, or I would just say like on Periscope, like, oh, I need new headphones. And then like, someone would gift them to me.
Next time say you just need a new car. Or a new house in London.
Oh my God, yeah. And so it was very hard for me to, that Taylor guitar,
Yeah.
it's like, how do I accept I even said, I called and I was like, I can't accept this. I don't know what to do. And I think, you have to understand that people are at different stages in their lives. Sometimes that it makes them happy to give. I don't know where the line is when it's too much.
Sure.
I think when things start to really blur and like there's personal things that start to kind of like mesh, that's scary, right? But it's never been there for me.
Now,
Yeah.
your fan base, are they all from America or is it worldwide?
No, yeah, they're all over.
So if you do move to London, it's not a case that you're starting over.
Yeah, not so much. I mean, I don't have a huge. I don't really. They're not like a lot of them.
Sure.
I think. But
But they're
Yes.
funding your lifestyle.
yeah.
So it's
So,
amazing.
yeah, and
It's
if-
amazing
yeah.
that they, that's really impressive.
Oh no.
So I
Sorry.
wanted to ask one last question.
Okay.
I've been asking this to everyone.
Okay.
And I
So I should know this. 'cause
Yeah,
I
you should,
listened to
because
it.
you've listened to like 2 out of the 4.
I don't even know if I got to the end though.
So, thanks. So, I was talking to another artist in the past, and I was saying I would like to interview. This whole idea came because I want to interview successful artists, musicians, people. And then she turned around to me saying she doesn't think she's successful.
Yeah. Like what? I'm like what?
But in your case,
Yeah.
your lifestyle is being funded by your fans. You actually don't have another job to support you.
Yeah.
So this is very impressive that you can quit your job, travel to London, don't need to spend any money, and have the satisfaction of knowing that you have a backing from your fans. So that's, in my eyes, successful. You don't think that. So
oh, I do. I mean, yes, right.
So I want to know, in your eyes, what is a successful artist?
Oh, that's a very good question. I think when you say successful, what triggers in my head is like my goal, which is this like world renowned. Like I don't have to be a huge pop star, but I want to be known worldwide.
As a
singer,
okay.
or as a singer actress, you know, like honestly, influencer. Yeah, I don't even know if I should. Like, one of my bigger goals, like way down the line, is to be like in the UN. You know, like something that like Emma Watson does. And so I don't even know why I brought that up. I think it's just like that's like success is like way over there, and my dreams are so big that when you say like, oh, successful, I'm like, what? And then, you know, I take a step back and then I think, wow, every day I live the dream. Like there is this, you're right, like this is success. This is kind of what I wanted. And yeah, I'm letting that sink in. So it's hard for me to like answer this question because it's like actually hitting me right now.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I actually got an answer, but
I don't think so.
it's okay.
I don't think
From the
so.
outside looking in, I see it as successful, as like what I said earlier, because you've just dropped everything and able to survive.
Yeah.
So,
oh wait, what was the question?
What is a successful artist in your eyes?
Okay. Can I try again?
Okay. Take two.
You can keep all that if you want.
No, I'll keep it. Don't worry.
What is a successful artist? I think someone really like, it's just crazy, right? Like I think about it and you're right. Like I live the dream. It's someone who has figured out a way to do music and have it support them. I think it's as simple as that. And have the time to like really put into their music. Sometimes that's fine. Like working another job and like doing your music, like just because you work another job doesn't invalidate you.
Yeah.
Doesn't devalue you.
Of course.
But yeah, I think that is a sign of success. And then obviously like your crazy big goals, because everyone should have crazy big goals that they're striving for. That is my view of like making all of the dreams come true.
Well said.
Really?
No, that was great. So you are in London for a week doing some reconnaissance.
Yes.
What is the plan for the week?
So I have a couple sessions set up, and then the idea, like I made a goal list. Like I wanted to write, I wanted to work with a producer, I wanted to perform. And so that's kind of the plan, is just like putting the pieces together. I've done homework and research beforehand. I have, but overall, all I want to know is, do I want to move here?
Sure.
So if that's all I can answer by the end of this trip, then it's successful.
Well, Jess, thank you for coming down. Thank you, honestly, thank you for coming down, because I know that you had a jam-packed week for doing all of that stuff that you wanted to do. So I really appreciate you taking the time out for coming down and talking with me.
Oh my God, this was so much fun.
Yourself.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
No,
I'm super excited.
All right, Jess, high-fiving it. And I got Ed. Okay, all right. All right. Sweet, we're done.